Hello and thank you for watching. This is STSC back again with LEGO Transformers Fissure. Now Fissure here is another one of my older creations like Dispatch and Crowd Control, so he is a little bit simple as well. Obviously the first thing you can tell is that he's a duocon. He transforms into two separate vehicles. In this case, a excavator and a dump truck. So let's take a closer look at them individually. Starting off with the simpler of the two, the dump truck, which is pretty much just a brick on wheels. Though that being said, it does have some functionality. First of all, the wheels can roll, and the dumping bed is able to pivot up. So the dump truck can in fact dump. But other than that, it is very, very, very simple. But just to give you a closer look, that is what the front looks like, with a tiny little cab here and some smokestacks. Unfortunately, no grill, just due to transformation. Those have to be open studs. But yeah, it's just just a little brick on wheels, really. But you know, it looks like a dump truck, dumps like a dump truck, and it rolls, so it gets the job done. But the excavator is definitely the more interesting of the two. You can see I gave it a stripe here in yellow just to break up the colors a little bit. And I've used some stretched out tires here to form the treads, which unfortunately can droop sometimes. As long as the joints are strong enough, it'll keep up like this at a level. But if you push too hard on it, boom, it does kind of droop. On the other side, it has these two little smokestacks, and of course the arm can articulate, though it doesn't actually connect in the center, so you do have to be careful to actually move each component together. So it can be a little bit tricky to pose it, because it can become misaligned very easily. For a size comparison, here we have a minifigure. And here we have a Ripper, who is way out of scale. That's all there is to say about these modes, so it's time to transform. And here we have Fissure in his robot mode. And he ends up being a squat, hunchbacked Cyclops. I do think he looks pretty characterful in this mode, but I will admit his legs kind of let it down with how basic they are. Something I really like is how the white from both vehicles makes him look like he's a white robot in green and blue armor. And I think the way he transforms gives him a very interesting stance with his arms splayed out like he's gonna grab you. From the back, you can see that there isn't really any kibble to speak of. For a size comparison, here we have a minifigure. And here we have him with a Ripper. For articulation, you can use the transformation joint here as a butterfly joint. Then there is a swivel here and a hinge here that allows the arm to go forward and back. Another hinge here, which can allow it to swing forward and back, and a hinge here. The head is pretty much immobile unless you want to tilt it a little bit. At the legs, things get a little bit cramped because while there is a hinge here for going forward and back, the tread ends up scraping against the excavator, and you can't really get that much movement. Then there's also a swivel here, so you can kind of bend the leg out and in. And there is a knee joint, which can go pretty much a full 90 degrees in either direction, and a ankle joint here at the foot, which allows it to move freely like this. That's all there is to say about Fissure for now, so I'll see you next time.